Right now, something extraordinary is happening to your financial reality. You might not see it yet, but the changes are already in motion, shifting beneath the surface, waiting to reveal a new world of possibility. What if I told you that you have the power to control this shift? What if everything you've been taught about money, wealth, and success is only half the story? Neville Goddard, a man whose teachings have transformed the lives of countless individuals, understood the profound truth that your external world is a direct reflection of your inner state. Your financial reality, the one you've struggled with or dreamed about, is not something out of your control. It's a creation of your imagination, your assumptions, and your beliefs. Imagine for a moment, you can control your financial future, starting right now. The key lies in understanding that your thoughts and feelings are not passive. They are creative forces. The moment you unlock this, you'll realize that wealth is not something you chase. It's something you create. In this video, you'll uncover why your financial reality is shifting as we speak, and more importantly, how you can take full control of it. The power to manifest your abundant life is already within you. The hidden power within you. Realize you control your reality. There is a hidden power within you, a force so potent that it shapes every aspect of your life, including your financial reality. This power is your ability to control your thoughts, assumptions, and beliefs, and it is the key to understanding how the world around you reflects what you hold inside. Most people live as if they are at the mercy of circumstances, believing that their financial situation is determined by the economy, their job, or the opportunities they have. But in reality, it's your inner world that creates the outer one. Neville Goddard, one of the most profound thinkers on the subject of manifestation, made it clear. Your imagination creates your reality. Everything you experience externally begins as an idea in your mind. Wealth, success, or failure, it's all a result of what you assume to be true about yourself and the world. You are not a passive observer of your life. You are the creator. The first step in unlocking this power is realizing that you are in control. Every belief you hold about money, prosperity, and abundance has been formed by your thoughts and feelings, whether consciously or unconsciously. If you believe that wealth is difficult to attain or that money is scarce, your life will reflect that belief. But if you change that belief, if you embrace the idea that wealth is natural, abundant, and available to you, your reality must shift to match that assumption. This power is not something you gain or earn, it is innate. You were born with the ability to shape your world through your inner thoughts. The key to understanding this power lies in the awareness that your thoughts are not just thoughts, they are blueprints. Each thought, each assumption is like a seed planted in the soil of your mind, and the world around you is the garden that grows from it. The mind doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. This is why when you vividly imagine a future where you are wealthy, prosperous, and financially free, the mind begins to accept this as reality. The more you dwell on this new imagined reality, the more it becomes your inner truth. As Neville Goddard taught, you must live in the end. Imagine your desired financial reality as though it's happening now, not in the future. Feel the emotions of financial abundance as if you already possess it. By doing so, you shift your internal state and create a magnetic force that attracts those very conditions into your life. The world responds to your internal state. What you feel, what you believe, and what you assume to be true about money, that is what you will experience. It's not about working harder, chasing after opportunities, or waiting for something to change. It's about transforming your thoughts and your feelings to align with the reality you want. When you do this, the world will begin to rearrange itself to match your internal vision. Understanding that your inner world dictates your outer world is the most empowering realization you can have. The hidden power within you is the power to transform your life by transforming your mind. Once you understand this, there is no limit to the financial abundance you can create. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality, and the time to start building the financial future you desire is now. All you need is the belief that you are the creator, and that belief will manifest your financial transformation. 2. The law of assumption. Live from the end and step into your desires. The law of assumption is one of the most powerful concepts you can apply to manifest your desires, especially when it comes to transforming your financial reality. At its core, this law teaches that what you assume to be true in your mind, you bring into your reality. It's not about waiting for external circumstances to change before you act. Rather, it's about living from the end result of your desire as though it is already yours. When Neville Goddard speaks of the law of assumption, he emphasizes that we create our lives by assuming the feelings and states of being we desire. It's a shift from wanting something to living as though it's already here. If you desire financial abundance, for example, you don't wait until you have the money to start living in abundance. You must begin to feel the emotions of wealth, success, and freedom now in the present moment. You have to live from the end, not as someone who is seeking wealth, but as someone who already possesses it. This means adopting the mindset of the person who has already achieved what you want. It's about stepping into the reality of your success and living in that state every single day. Imagine you already have everything you desire. How does that person think, speak, and act? How would your choices be different if you already had financial freedom, if your bank account was overflowing, or if you were living in the house of your dreams? By assuming the feelings and actions of that person, you align yourself with the energy of the reality you want to create. The key here is faith in the unseen. Even when the external world hasn't caught up to your assumptions yet, you must act and think as if your desires are already realized. This requires absolute trust that your internal assumptions will manifest outwardly in your life. The law of assumption isn't about wishful thinking. It's about aligning your inner world with the reality you want to bring into existence. The world must correspond to your assumption. Neville Goddard taught that living from the end is the secret to manifesting anything you want. If you want to create financial abundance, stop thinking of yourself as someone who lacks money or is struggling financially. Instead, feel the relief of already having enough. Live as if you are already wealthy. The more deeply you feel this state of abundance, the more powerful your manifestation becomes. One of the most profound ways to apply the law of assumption in your life is by using affirmations, visualization, and mental imagery. These tools help you live from the end by creating vivid mental images of your desired outcome. Imagine yourself already in possession of your wealth, walking through your dream home, or making a successful business deal. Feel the emotions of gratitude, excitement, and peace as though it's happening right now. The law of assumption also works because your subconscious mind accepts the assumption as truth, which then influences your actions, decisions, and the way you show up in the world. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It simply accepts whatever you impress upon it. When you live from the end, you stop focusing on the how and the when. Instead, you focus on the feeling of having your desire fulfilled. It's this powerful feeling of already being in the end state that draws the external circumstances to align with your inner assumptions. To truly live from the end, make it a daily practice. Each day, step into the version of yourself who has already achieved everything you desire. Don't wait for external conditions to change before you feel abundant. Start feeling it now, and the world will follow suit. Assume the feeling of your desire already being fulfilled, and watch as your financial reality begins to shift in ways you never thought possible. Breaking free from the past, your financial story starts now. Your financial reality is not bound by the past. The struggles, limitations, or setbacks you faced in the past have no control over your future unless you allow them. This is the core truth that will set you free. Your financial story can start anew at any moment. Most people carry the weight of their financial history with them. The debts, mistakes, missed opportunities, and failed investments become a mental and emotional anchor that keeps them tethered to the past. But here's the secret. Your past does not define your future unless you choose to let it. Neville Goddard understood this deeply. He taught that your external reality is a reflection of your internal beliefs. If you continue to see yourself as the person who struggles with money or is always a step behind, then that's what will keep showing up in your life. But if you take control of your imagination and change the internal story you're telling yourself, the world around you has no choice but to reflect that change. One of Neville's most powerful techniques is called revision. It involves mentally revisiting and rewriting past events in your life, especially those that you feel have had a negative impact on your financial journey. You don't need to remain stuck in a narrative of lack, failure, or poverty. The past is just a story and you are the author. Here's how you can use revision to break free from your financial past. Acknowledge the past without attachment. Start by acknowledging the financial experiences that have shaped you, the moments of struggle, fear, or failure. But don't identify with them. They are not who you are, they are simply events that happened. The key is to release the emotional attachment and stop seeing them as the defining moments of your financial life. Reframe and recreate the story. Close your eyes and imagine the event or series of events that you wish had unfolded differently. Now mentally revise it. See the outcome in your mind's eye as successful, abundant, and fulfilling. Picture yourself making smarter financial decisions, receiving the opportunities you desired, and overcoming any obstacles with confidence. Feel the success, joy, and peace as though it's happening right now. You're rewriting your story in the present moment, changing the past by infusing it with a new outcome. Embody the new story. Once you've mentally revised the past, begin to act in alignment with your new story. If your past story told you that wealth was always just out of reach, start telling yourself a new story. I am abundant. I make smart financial decisions. Money flows easily to me. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more they become your reality. Practice detachment from the old narrative. It's essential to let go of the need to hold on to the past. Every time you feel the weight of your old financial story trying to resurface, remind yourself that it's just a story. You have the power to change it. Be gentle with yourself as you break free from the old patterns, but be relentless in your commitment to rewriting your financial future. As you break free from the past, you begin to open yourself up to new opportunities, new perspectives, and a new life, one where your financial success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Remember, your financial story doesn't have to remain the same. Your future is unwritten, and it starts now. Let go of the past, take control of your imagination, and begin creating a story of abundance and success that's uniquely yours. The only thing holding you back is the belief that the past is an anchor. Cut it loose and start living the financial life you deserve. 4. Faith and imagination. The keys to unlocking financial success. Faith and imagination are the cornerstone principles that Neville Goddard taught for unlocking financial success. These two concepts hold the key to transforming your financial reality, turning it from mere desire into tangible manifestation. But how do these abstract ideas translate into real-world wealth and abundance? Let's break it down. Faith, the unseen force behind creation. Faith is the unwavering belief that what you imagine and assume to be true will manifest. It is not about waiting for external evidence or relying on past experiences to dictate what is possible. Faith is a state of mind that aligns you with the end result you wish to experience, regardless of current circumstances. When you have faith, you know without doubt that the universe will respond to your inner assumptions. The most significant aspect of faith is that it transcends logic. You don't need to see the evidence to believe in the outcome. Your faith creates the evidence. Faith acts as the energetic bridge between your thoughts and the material world. It is a knowingness that once you plant a seed of intention in your mind, the universe will work to bring it into being. Imagination, the creative force. Imagination is the vehicle through which you bring your desired reality into existence. Your imagination isn't just a tool for daydreaming. It is the most powerful creative force you possess. Everything you experience in life, from your relationships to your career and financial situation, is the result of your imagination, consciously or unconsciously shaping your reality. Neville Goddard often said, "Imagination creates reality." When you visualize your financial success in vivid detail, you are tapping into the power of your imagination to mold the future you desire. The more real you make your imaginal experience by engaging all of your senses in the process, the more solid it becomes in your external world. Imagination isn't passive. It's an active, deliberate practice. When you take time to visualize your desired financial outcome, you are setting the stage for it to manifest. However, visualization alone isn't enough. It must be coupled with faith in the process. Faith in your imagination means you trust that these images you create are not fantasies. They are the blueprint for the reality that will soon unfold. Why faith and imagination must work together. For your financial success to materialize, both faith and imagination must be in harmony. Faith without imagination is like a ship without a rudder. It might have direction, but it lacks the vision of where it's headed. On the other hand, imagination without faith is like a vision board left untouched and unacted upon. It's the belief in the power of your imagination that fuels its ability to manifest your desires. When you combine these two forces, you activate a self-reinforcing cycle. As you imagine your desired financial success, your faith solidifies the belief that it is already on its way. And as you have faith that the universe is responding to your inner assumptions, you begin to take inspired action that aligns with the financial reality you are creating. This action doesn't have to be forceful or strained, it will flow naturally, as your inner state of mind is in complete alignment with your external desires. The power of feeling. Both faith and imagination are most powerful when you engage your feeling. To truly manifest financial success, you must feel as though you are already in possession of the wealth you desire. It's not enough to just think about money or visualize it. You must embody the emotional state of having it. When you feel the emotions of abundance, success, and financial freedom, you activate a vibration within yourself that resonates with the universe. This is what Neville meant by living in the end. You must feel the end result now before it has materialized in the physical world. This feeling is the magnet that pulls your external circumstances into alignment with your internal assumption. These tools are not just metaphysical ideas, they are the very foundation upon which your financial future rests. When you combine the unwavering belief in the unseen with the vivid, sensory-rich images of your desired reality, you become a creator of your financial work. Faith and imagination are inseparable. Together they form the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. By mastering these two principles, you begin to control your financial destiny, shaping your reality with the power of your own mind. 5. Persist and trust the process. The external will reflect the internal. When it comes to manifesting financial abundance, one of the most crucial principles is persistence, and understanding that the external world will always reflect your internal state. This is where the true magic happens. Many people abandon their desires too soon because they don't see immediate results. They assume that because their bank account hasn't changed or their opportunities haven't manifested yet, the process isn't working. But the reality is, the law of assumption teaches us that change begins internally, and external results must follow. The first step in the process is knowing that you must persist in the assumption that your financial desires are already a reality. The external world will take time to align with your inner thoughts and beliefs, but this doesn't mean your efforts aren't working. Your imagination is the fertile ground where your reality is planted. If you continue to feed that imagination with the belief that your financial freedom is already here, then the outer world must eventually mirror that truth. This is where faith plays a pivotal role. Trusting the process means not allowing the absence of evidence to shake your belief. When Neville Goddard spoke of living in the end, he meant that you must act, think, and feel as though what you desire has already manifested. Even if your circumstances don't align with this new belief yet, you must live in the conviction that your new financial reality is inevitable. Persistence is the key here. No matter how things may look right now, the world is governed by the law of correspondence, as within so without. This means that your external circumstances will eventually reflect your inner state, your assumptions, and your belief. The gap between your current financial situation and your desired one will close when you hold firm in the assumption that wealth is yours. The longer you persist in the mental state of abundance, the quicker your physical world will change to reflect it. Most people give up right before the breakthrough because they don't see an immediate result. They forget that their thoughts and emotions are the driving force behind the external world. To manifest financial abundance, you must trust the process and believe that everything is unfolding according to the law of assumption. Even when you don't see the physical evidence, know that the change is happening beneath the surface. You can't rush this process. Financial transformation takes time, but it starts with unwavering faith and persistent inner work. As you continue to persist in your assumption of wealth, trust that the world is responding. It always does. And one day you'll look up and realize that everything you've imagined is now your reality. 6. You are the master of your destiny. Take control and manifest the abundant life you desire. You are not a passive participant in your life. You are the master of your destiny. Every aspect of your existence, including your financial reality, is a direct result of the thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions you hold. The idea that you are a victim of circumstances, that the world outside dictates your future, is a fallacy. The truth is, you are creating your world moment by moment, and it's time to step into the role of the creator. Neville Goddard's teachings emphasize that you are the sole architect of your life. The external world simply mirrors what you have internally accepted as true. Your financial struggles or successes, your prosperity or lack thereof, are not random events. They are reflections of your inner state. This means that if you are dissatisfied with your financial reality, it's not about waiting for the world to change. It's about changing the way you see and feel about money, success, and yourself. The first step in taking control of your financial destiny is realizing that the power lies within your imagination and emotions. What you imagine, you can experience. The key to manifesting the abundant life you desire starts with aligning your thoughts and feelings with your goal. It's not enough to simply wish for wealth or dream about a better life. You must truly feel that you are already living that life as if it is happening right now. Imagine yourself already living in abundance. Picture the details of your ideal financial situation, how it feels, what you're doing, who you're with, where you're living. Feel the emotions of success, security, and freedom as though they are already part of your present reality. This is not just daydreaming, it is the creation of your future, done in the present moment. The next crucial step is to take responsibility for everything in your life. No one else is to blame for your financial situation. The moment you stop playing the role of a victim is when the world begins to respond to you differently. You are in charge of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and by taking full responsibility for your life, you regain control over what happens next. This doesn't mean you must see immediate results. Manifestation takes time, but you must remain persistent, trusting that what you've imagined will inevitably manifest. The universe will not disappoint you. Once you understand that you have the ability to control your destiny, you'll realize that wealth, success, and abundance are not far-off dreams. They are the natural result of your inner transformation. Now take that power and step into the abundant life you've always desired. You have everything you need within you. It's time to act on it. The truth is, your financial reality is shifting right now, whether you see it or not. The moment you fully embrace the fact that you are the master of your own destiny, everything changes. No longer are you a victim of circumstance. No longer do you need to wait for the perfect time or the right opportunity to manifest the wealth you desire. You've always had the power within you. It's just waiting for you to take control. Neville Goddard's teachings have shown us that what we assume to be true, what we imagine with unwavering belief, is what becomes our reality. You are not bound by the limitations of your past or the apparent struggles in front of you. The power to create the financial life you desire lies in your hands. Your thoughts, feelings, and assumptions are the creative forces that shape your world. The life you dream of is already available to you, but it's up to you to claim it. Remember, manifestation is not about hoping or wishing. It's about knowing that what you desire is already yours, living from the end as if it has already happened. Trust the process, believe in yourself, and keep the vision of your abundant reality alive in your heart. The universe will meet you there, just as it always. You are in control of this moment, and every moment that follows. The financial freedom you seek is not out of reach. It's within you, waiting for you to realize the power you possess. Step into that power. Take responsibility for the financial life you desire. You are the creator of your reality, and now is the time to manifest the abundant life that is your birthright. The shift is happening, and you are the one leading it.